Hey guys, Ludo Streams here, coming at you with another battle report, and today we got some stuff that I usually don't play, which is Necrons. And it's a very interesting concept too, because I am not running a Decurion detachment here, simply because I don't think Necrons are too valuable in terms of survivability if they can't hold anything. So what I did is pretty simple. I took a combined arms led by a cryptic over here with no upgrades, and I took three groups of Necron warriors, 20 of them, so 60 total, for some massive OPSEC units. And then I added two formations, one of them being the Destroyer cult led by a Destroyer Lord. Uh, he has the Veil of Darkness, Phase Shifter, and Warsight. Veil of Darkness allows him to deep strike, which he already could before, but it also allows him and his unit to deep strike once per game while they're on the board and then reappear wherever they want to, which is obviously nice. A good OPSEC teleporting blob is pretty lovely. Um, Warsight obviously makes him really nasty in close combat, and Phase Shifter just gives him the invuln save. And then we have three groups of three destroyers for some good AP3 Dakar. And thanks to the formation, they all have extermination protocols, so they all get to reroll hits of one because of preferred enemy, and and armor penetration. So unless I'm rolling a lot of twos when I'm hitting, I basically can reroll everything, which is really nice. Their base gun is really powerful against marine equivalents and so on, and they are pretty durable themselves, and they're rather mobile because they all have move through cover from the formation, which is obviously nice. And the Destroyer Lord can also go by himself since he's toughness 6. He's pretty tough not to crack, and he can do good on his own. And then to support the blob, we have some specialties here. And when I say some, I think we have the majority of the characters of the Necrons. So first of all, we have Nemesor Zandrak, which is basically a pimped out lord, if you want to call him like that. Thankfully, he has all the upgrades he needs, in that sense that he has them in build, so he's not really that bad in terms of uh, what he does. So basically, he's a Necron Lord with a Phase Shifter and a Staff of Light, so pretty basic there. And the reason you take him is he has adaptive tactics. So if he is your warlord, which he is going to be this turn, he has a zealot the very first turn. That's his basic warlord trait, but he can choose to replace his existing warlord trait with any of the warlord traits in the Necron book or in the main rulebook. And that one is obviously pretty big because you can play around with the tactical traits a little bit. We can get whatever you want. It adds a lot of utility basically. And then also he has another thing, which is counter tactics. So while he is within 24 of an enemy unit, which is pretty large AoE, they have counterattack, fuse, charge, hit and run, split fire, stealth, or tank hunters. Then Dendrak and his units also have the same special rule. So that one is really nifty. Those are all good rules, and basically he can give all of that to his own squad. Um, he does have reanimation protocols like everybody else and so on, and he has the basic Lord profile, but these I think make him very useful for just taking him. Also mind that he has a 2+ save, which is going to come into play pretty hard this game, which I'll talk about later, because we go into the next character, which is a Lord. Nightmare Shroud and Hyperphase Sword, so he's pretty basic. Nightmare Shroud allows him to get a 2+ armor save too, and he also causes fear and can make one unit take a fear test without even doing anything. And the Hyperphase Sword is just an AP3 close combat weapon, which I prefer over the stuff. Because the Necrons suffer a little bit under the fact that they don't have such a good punch in close combat, and you don't want to get stuck with these blobs here. Even though they have OPSEC, you want to punch your way free sometimes. So has the Hyperphase Sword instead of the normal equipment. And then the next one is Illuminatus. He is basically a Cryptek. He's equipped with the Eldritch Lance, which is a 36 Strength 8 AP2 Assault 1 Lance shot, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, it's only with skill 4, so hits on a 3, but if you can get that going, it can damage all kinds of vehicles. He also has a 3+ save, even though he is pretty much a Cryptek, which is nice. And but he still has only 2 wounds as expected. He has a bunch of special rules, and all of them are pretty nice in conjunction with what we already have. First of all, he causes fear, which is redundant most of the time. Um, he is the Lord of the Technomancy, so all friendly units with the reanimation protocols in his own unit and within 6 inches of him get +1 reanimation protocol rolls. So basically, as long as I keep my guys pretty close together, we have the same benefit as the Decurion, which is really lovely. And then we also have another Cryptek, which is also going to give somebody +1 to their reanimations as well. So if I want to deep strike away, I can take the Cryptek with me and everybody still has it. And then also he has Mechanical Augmentation, which is also a really good ability. You nominate one friendly unit of Necron Warriors or Mortals, and then they receive an upgrade, which is Toughness 5, Ballistic Skill 5, or Strength 5. All very good upgrades. Obviously, Toughness 5 the best one, but some more Daka or more close combat hitting is also pretty nice. And based on the fact that we have 20 in one squad, that is going to be pretty effective, I think. And that is basically him. So he's a pimped out character as he is, and he's pretty useful in an AoE around others. And then we have the next one, Orican the Diviner. Orican the Diviner is also Cryptek. Unfortunately, he does have his 4+ save, but thankfully he also has a phase shifter for his 4+ invuln save, and he has a good amount of attacks and so on, so he's a very basic unit, but that's not why I take him. Because he has a Chronoblade, which is already nice, the stuff of tomorrow. Strength user, which is not that high, but AP2 on initiative, and initiative 2, but still, it's faster than anything else. And Chronoblade allows him to reroll all fatal rolls in close combat, which nobody else can, which is pretty nice for him. He is a package of really good rules because he is a master chronomancer, so all of these guys get +1 reanimation protocols in his unit, which is basically what all the other guys do too. But he also can reroll saving throws of 1. Saving throws. So basically, this is enabling us to get a 2+ rerolling save on Zandrak, on the Lord as well, on anything else. And we also have some really nasty amount of cover saves and so on, because that also applies to saves, not just armor saves. So really, really good ability to make big groups much more dangerous. And then the last thing he can do is he has the stars are right. So you roll a d6 at the start of each friendly turn, and if you roll less than that, so you can't get it on turn 1, he gets empowered. And empowered means he switches to a profile which is higher than his usual. Highlights are Strength 7, Toughness 7, 4 wounds, Initiative 4. So he's going to be very, very nasty at that point. And basically, the longer he lives, the worse it gets. If he goes Super Saiyajin, he's one of the best things you can buy for 120 points. And if not, his abilities are already pretty good as they are. And that is one single formation, all of these guys, Zandrak, the Lord, Illuminatus, and Orican the Diviner, and that makes the Royal Court. The Royal Court has very, very few relevant rules. One of them is they have move through cover, so as long as these guys join something in my army, they also get move through cover, which is something I would get from the Decurion usually, so really nice to have it in general. And Wisdom of Vance is irrelevant because we already can choose our warlord traits. They also get Relentless, which is also not really, I don't know, it's not relevant in this game. I also forgot these guys here also have move through cover in this formation, so basically my entire army can have move through cover, which is really nice. Don't want to get stuck on something if you don't. And that is basically a army that is consists of multiple Death Star-like units with OPSEC on most of them, and with some really good Dakar and I mean Gauss weapons can deal with pretty much anything that the destroyers can't, and they should be doing pretty fine. The HQs themselves can split off if they want to do something, and they can basically empower these guys. All right. That's 50 points of two formation and combined arms attachment Necrons. And let's see what we have against that. Over here we have a Sternhammer, the Imperial Fist special detachment, and the benefits are pretty simple. We get to reroll everything that has bolt in it. So bolt guns and storm bolters and whatnot. So I went with a very basic theme. I want that, and I want my Devastators. Devastators get, in general, from the chapter tactics, tank hunters, which also the Necrons will have, obviously, which is not so nice, but it's not as relevant because we don't have much tanks anyway, so it's only relevant for the drop pods. But still, we also get stubborn, and the theme is we have a lot of bolt guns and Devastators. So first of thing we have here over here is the core. We have the Battle Demon Company, and we have a captain on a bike with Melter Bomb's Storm Shield. He's just here to tank for some Centurions and be a mobile objective secure. We have three groups of tactical marines with a heavy bolter in each and one drop pod, which I'll just dropped for objective secure again. It's not really, they're not gonna use it pretty much. We have three Centurions, bare bones basic, and three attack bikes in one squad. So that's a lot of object secure and also some good mobility here and there. Can be pretty nice. Then in auxiliary we have two groups of Centurions, no upgrades. We have three groups of Devastators, two with heavy bolters and four with plasma cannons. Again, plasma cannons strength 7 is not really good against vehicles, but with tank hunters it's actually pretty nice, and it deals with blobs pretty well because it can deal a lot of damage. And then, last but not least, we have the infamous, what's it called? The infamous. Skyhammer Annihilation Force, right. Skyhammer Annihilation Force has two groups of Devastators with four multi-melters in each, and two drop pods, and two units of 5 Assault Marines with two Flamers in each. The benefits are pretty huge. You get to come in first turn and you don't count them as part of the drop pod limit, so we can drop this and this at the same turn. And the turn they come in, the Devastators have Relentless, so they can fire their heavy weapons full ballistic skill, and the Assault Marines can also charge when they come in. So pretty much the best possible outcome. The Devastators also get a special rule that allows them, if they shoot at something, that thing has to take a test, regardless of something happens or not. If they take casualties, it's even worse. And if they fail those tests, the Assault Marines gain benefits against the unit that got shot at. So they are supposed to be working together pretty much. The entire plan here is take these guys as a deal to take out hordes or assassinate some tanks is something that the heavy bolter tank hunter cannot deal with, or something that needs melter gunning like Land Raiders and Monolith and whatnot. All the big stuff, basically, for multi-melters can deal with that pretty easily, and since they have melter and tank hunters, they're actually bound to get a penetrating hit for sure. If I don't miss, that is, obviously. The theme is pretty clear. We have a lot of long-range weapons. We have some tough guys with the bikes and the Centurions. And if they get into rapid fire range, the Hurricane bolters will hurt because they are all twin-linked. The heavy bolters on them are twin-linked either. So, I mean, doesn't make much of a difference. And we have a lot of heavy bolt gun shots coming in their way. All right. That's 1815 of Stoneheimer Strike Force, and the Warlord, the captain, is gonna roll for strategic, I guess. And he gets Night Fighting first turn. No, I don't really like that trait. Actually, I can't reroll because I'm not in the thing. Okay, so I have to take Night Fighting first turn, and I have Night Vision 2. And that is it. So let's roll off for objectives here. Alright, Necrons get to place the first one, and as obvious, they want the most objectives near cover, but pretty much in the middle. So I'm gonna put one over here. Maybe not inside of the bush, like so. And the Imperial Fist wants some in the back, so the Devastators can do some jobs. And don't have to move for that. Like so. Next one. Again for the Necrons, I might be able to put one over here. Like so. That's fine. It's basically in this tree. And Imperial Fist will respond to that with another one back here with some good firing position. Right there. And then we finish off the third one more open in the open, but that's okay. I mean, they have 2+ rerolling armor saves at some point. So we have to assume that they can tank some damage for the warriors. Because the warriors don't like AP4, but I mean, they don't have to tank. Yeah, that's as close as I can get. And then obviously the sides are more balanced to this side, so we gotta have something up here too. Yeah, stay 12 inches away. Over here for the last Imperial Fist objective. And here we go. That is the objective. Alright, so I also have to check the mission. Let me see. I think I'm just gonna play the normal one though. Because escalation and so on is pretty nice, but most of the time the game is over before that. So in that case, it doesn't really make much sense. And I also need to switch my title real quick. Sorry about that. There we go. Alright, so let's roll off for choosing sites here. Or actually, deployment. Deployment is going to be the short sides, so here and here, hammer and anvil. And Necrons can choose to deploy first, which they will do. Will they deploy first? My goodness. Choosing the sides. Obviously, they will choose this side because there's 3 objectives near that wall, and it's really easy to get to this one, so it's optimal thing for them. Even though that's a good firing position, they prefer the cover against the heavy boulders. All right, and then the deployment. Necrons will choose to deploy first, obviously, because they want to teleport around maybe or do something else. So I'll deploy those first. All right. So let's start with the ideas here. So basically, the Lord and Zandrak and Orican should be in one squad. Right? Because they get to reroll their armor saves, and we can put Nemenzor, Zandrak, and the Lord on the edges so they can profit from Orican's stuff. Then Mr. Zeres has to be between them, but he can join one of these squads. And the Cryptek can join another squad with the Destroyer Lord together, so they can move around and deep strike with the Veil if they want to. And then he can improve these Necrons here to a better save or something, so they are more powerful. That's the plan. Alright, so let's deploy them. Obviously, these guys here have to be the front line, so to say, because they are much more durable than the other units. And I think I'll just deploy them right here in the back. So they can advance towards this objective as fast as possible. Then we swap the outer Necrons for Mr. Zandrak and the Lord. And then Orican the Diviner is going to be a little more behind because he doesn't want to die and the star's not right yet and all that stuff. And then we're going to bury him in the rest of the Necrons like so. Alright. And I guess the other blob is going to go on the other side of the wall because we want to have as much troops there as we can so we can hold 3 objectives at the same time. And then the others can deal with this and the destroyers can also help me out on the other side. So I'm going to deploy those over here. Already pretty fitting. Obviously, Mr. Zarus is going to be on the outer edge, so he can give the reanimations protocol bonus to whatever he wants to. Although, I mean, these guys already have the +1. Should he join them? That's the question. Or do we join him over here and then support the other blob? We don't have to. Mr. Zarus is going to stay here because we have the Cryptek in the other squad anyway. Right there. For some more reanimation protocols. So we don't have to use his AoE reanimations yet. One can come into play later when others are dying. So I'm going to take these guys behind the wall for now. So they're not taken out as easily. And we can also grab that objective over there. The Lord can deploy much further up front. He has a better armor save anyway. And then the Cryptek is going to get buried in the blob. Stay within 3 inches of that one, obviously, just in case they steal the first turn. And I guess that's all. Alright, so last thing to deploy is some destroyer units. Destroyers are jetpack, so they like this kind of stuff where they can hop over and then jump back. So we're going to deploy some over here. I guess Davos can join the blob. And these guys have some room here to jump. All they want here is some invuln saves in case they're trying to assassinate those with the multi-melters. Because we don't have any invuln saves. Alright. Okay, can we get over? Yes, we can. Alright. So we have moved through cover, so I don't worry about hopping on the walls or something. Doesn't really matter for them. These guys here will stay on the far flank, I think, because we can get to that objective at some point. And we have some kind of tree cover over there. Should be okay. And these guys will probably just stick to these for now. Can also secure my back here because we have the 2-ups here and then everything else in the back. Right, so that's one big blob of Necrons over there. Pretty much all in cover except these guys here. And then we also have to roll for the ability that these Necrons have. So let's see what they get. They get number 3, which is dun 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 dun. Where is he? Ballistic skill 5. Okay. So these Necron warriors here have BS 5. Means they hit none 2, which is pretty nice. Um, what else do we need to do? Anything else? No, my water trade is already set. As I said, I have to stab with my own, and then we can deploy the Imperial Fists. Alright, so the Fists need to deploy their Devastator squads first, I guess, because these guys are pretty mobile. They have 36 on pretty much every gun we have, which means the destroyers can hurt us really badly. So I'm not sure how to deploy here. I guess we deploy them in cover. That's the one thing that's for sure. Oh, they can't really see anything though. So I have to be a little bit more gutsy here. Okay, let's say they can look over here. And plasma cans will stay a little bit more in the back because these guys are pretty valuable. And we don't want them to die to the destroyers. This guy has to peek out though, because they get seen anyway, and he needs to tank. And then these guys here might be able to deploy here, but I mean, if they stay too close, they were gonna get gunned down by these because they have AP3 weaponry. So I'm not really a fan of putting them out there. I think we will put them over here and put some pressure on these Necrons here. It's probably the better idea. So if these guys move up 6, we are already in range. Okay. So deploy them over here. So there's some good shooting there. Alright. Next is gonna be my Centurions. My Centurions are my most durable units, so I'm gonna put those more to the front so they can secure that objective. And we're also gonna join the captain in there because he's fast and he can tank for the Centurions because I don't want them to die. The other two Centurion units are pretty much the only thing that can stand over here and tank the destroyers because they have 2 bomber sails and the destroyers only have AP3. And then the other unit can stay nearby. They don't have to think about cover that much too because they have 2 ups. And then these spikes here will basically all hide for the first turn and then peek out next turn to peel off some Necron warriors. Yeah, they're pretty much out of line of sight. Alright, then the last thing to do is deploy my tacticals. I'm gonna put those a little more aggressive than the other units. Try to fan out here a little bit and grab that objective. And then fill the gaps where the Necron blob could deep strike, because I don't want any deep striking 20-man blob in my backline. And that is worth more than putting them out in the open. And then we have one more unit over here, which I'll put on the objective, so we have some more OPSEC there. Obviously heavy bolter in the back, so he can survive. And everybody else is gonna fan out and hold that objective. Like so. Alright, very basic deployment. And basically I'm counting on those Centurions to tank this, and then this stuff coming in to remove the rest. It's gonna be night fighting for turn 1, so that's pretty nice, but other than that, they don't have much going for them. So let's see if they can seize the initiative, Ooh, they almost did, but they cannot. So it's Necrons turn 1, and we draw some cards here. Alright, so Necrons turn 1, tactical objective. 6, Witch Hunter is impossible. Hungry for Glory is a bad one. Harness the Warp is impossible. Okay, so we secure objective 4, 6, and Hungry for Glory, which is not possible this turn. Um, objective number 4 and objective number 6, so that's 2 free points, and we also can try to go for a first blood, obviously. Alright, let's move out. So these Necrons here basically can move forward as they want to. Um, they don't have to go through cover yet. I'm gonna put as much as I can behind those trees because we now see that the heavy bolters are looking at us. And then everybody else is gonna stay behind. So they don't get shot to pieces like this. Then the destroyers will move up. Oh, come on, buddy. You can do it. Wow, I mean, that's kind of weird. The physics engine is really off today. So he's jumping over here, and then he's jumping on top too. Okay, let's do this differently. I always do it, but lock it down. There you go. These guys here will try to move through cover because they want to go a little bit further than that. 3 inches still? Okay. So that's not really far, is it? No. So it's just enough to get to the edge of the wall, I guess. Like so. And these guys here, do we actually use our Veil of Darkness and try to deep strike? If we could try to deep strike over here, then Daka the hell out of these Centurions. But then again, the plasma cannons will wreck us if we are unlucky, and there's some trees in the way here, so yeah, it's a little bit risky. On the other hand, the Destroyer Lord has a pretty big footprint, and we can put him up front to eat the plasma shots. I think I want to use it. So let's check if we can actually do it. Where is my Way of Darkness? At the start of any friendly movement, you can use the Way of Darkness to remove himself and his unit from the table, and then they immediately arrive anywhere on the board using the tools for Deep Strike. Okay, so we will try that. Hep over here, so we less likely to mishap. Although I would like him to be a little bit more upfront, like over here, so we can get into rapid fire range. Okay, this is probably stupid, but gotta live for the glory, right? Yeah, I think it's better to deep strike here because I don't want to miss up on that tree. Alright, perfect landing. That's good. So we move the entire blob over here. Cryptic behind him, and then all the warriors around in circles. Obviously his base is pretty huge, which is really nice, so we can do some circling, but we can make a very big circle at the front again. Like so. We're still legally deep striking, basically. Alright. So we have some really nasty rapid firing here to take out the Centurion squad if we want to. Or we can try to kill the devs here. Or we can even damage the plasma cannon squad, because that's the only threat really that can do much damage against me. But we can't see too many of them, so I think the Centurions is probably the better plan here. Alright, so these guys here will move up for sure. 6 inches. And then these guys will also move up 6 inches over here. And that is the movement phase. Alright, so shooting phase. Let's start some shooting. I think I want to take out these guys here because they have rapid fire weapons and they really hurt. So let's see. The destroyer weapon is the Gauss Cannon. It's a strength 5 AP3. It's 24 range. So let's see if we get in range here. We're not in range of anything but the Centurions, so we're going to shoot at the Centurions. Why not? So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, 2 2s. And wounding on 4s. And rerolling thanks to extermination protocols. And 2 up armor saves. Alright, they're good. Next gonna be this unit here firing into, I think, these guys here. Everybody's in rapid firing range. The destroyer lord cannot fire. So we have the Cryptek, who has the Staff of Light, hitting on 3s. Oh, wait a second. And rerolling once because of preferred enemy. Destroyer lord has preferred enemy, so everybody has it. And wounding on 4s, because it's strength 5. 2 up safe, because it's only AP3, and they're fine. And then we have 5, 10, 20 guys, and they are all in rapid firing range. So we have some really nasty amount of shots here. Hitting on 3s and rewarding all these 1s because we have preferred enemy. Also that one is cocked. That looks like a really good hit. And wounding on 5s because their toughness 5. Rerolling 1s. That's a decent amount of wounds. And we have 2 up armor. One single wound goes through, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would have expected one more at least. Okay, so 1 wound on the Centurion. And that is that. Who's going next? These guys here are not in range. And these guys here obviously not in range because they are behind that wall. So we're gonna move, run them 3 inches. The entire blob is moving 3 inches to here. Obviously, Mr. Zandrak up front, the Lord up front, so they can tank. And then the destroyers will also run 1 inch. And then we can fire with these guys here. We have range of the Devastators, so we're gonna fire into the Devastators. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and wounding on 3s, rerolling everything. And that's 3 up cover from night fighting. And that's 1 death, which is gonna be the Sergeant, as always. Poor Sergeants. These guys here don't really want to move any further because they're already on the objective. And we have nothing in range to fire though, so they will not be useful this turn. Okay. We did scar number 4 and 6 though, so we have those points. And now we are into the assault phase, so they're making some assault moves. So Destroyer Lord is gonna move 5 inches forward to here. to tank those plasma shots if he has to. These guys here, I'm gonna move 6 inches forward because we want to get into range of those guys in the back. These guys here, 9 inches, okay. Moving those onto the objective. And losing some Necron warriors, okay. And then the guys in the back, 7 inches, alright. Over here. And this guy on the wall. Or not. Lock him down. There we go. Okay, that's it. No first blood, because the Centurions tanked a lot of damage. But on the other hand, I could have fired at something else too. So I don't know. Wasn't really expecting much here. I'm more here to stay, not to take him out. Alright, so we have 2 points for the Necrons still, 4 and 6. And we discard Hungry for Glory. So 2 points. And then we have turn 1 Imperial Fists, taking 3 objectives here. No prisoners, so kill as much as we can. 2 and 6. Obviously, number 2 is back here, right there, and number 6 is over here. Both are achievable. We just have to kill these Necrons here. So 2 of them have to die here. And this one here is just the drop pod. Obviously, that one is exactly why I take these kind of drop pods. So I'm going to drop him right onto the objective. Right in here. So we can secure that one. And it's cast of 8 inches, okay. It's off the board. So mishap, what happens to the drop pod? It's gone. Bloop. And that's first blood for the Necrons. That was unlucky, my goodness. Alright, so I guess we're dropping the rest, right? What do I want to drop over there? I think I will put the Assault Marines over there. Because I need the multi-melters to do some work here. Maybe kill some destroyers or something, and I don't want to shoot through the ruins. And I need to secure the objective still. So I'm going to drop 1 Assault Marine squad. Back there. Trying to hit, probably here's the safest. Alright guys, don't fail me now. That's cocked. Okay, they're right on target. So Assault Marines having that one. And putting the Flamers in the back for now. I don't want them to die. I mean, bolt pistols won't matter anyway, so might as well. So sitting on that objective. And then we have a second squad of Assault Marines. And I guess I will drop them right on here, right? Because we need to secure that one. And with so many flamer hits, we might actually get that one done. So I'm going to try to get a little bit risky here and put them over there. Risk it for the biscuit. Alright, guys. Nice. Perfect landing. So we can put the flamers up front and maybe take out some Necrons. The only problem with that plan is those are Necrons. So in the end, they mostly are best at exactly what I'm trying to do here. They're trying to survive and they're good at not dying. So just killing a few is not necessarily a good plan if you think about it. Okay, no dangerous terrain, and now we can drop the pods with the multi-melters. So I think I want to have one over here so we can snipe those destroyers. Like right there. That's off the table. Dunk, what happens? Oh, fuck. That's the only thing you can say about that. So one entire drop pod is lost. Do I want to drop there still? I think so, because I don't have any support over here, and we need to remove Mr. Zandrak at some point. Otherwise, we lose the mission. Okay, let's try again. This time, please no 12-inch. Okay, that's fine. 6 inches is fine with me. So getting over here, and then we drop the multi-melter. Alright, so since we lost half of them, we can't take out one squad reliably. So we have to be a little bit more careful than usual. Put them back here. So we get some cover from these guys here if they don't move. And we have good line of sight on these guys, and those don't have cover from us. Other than night fighting, of course. Yeah. So it seems to be all I can do. And now we go to the movement phase. So, do I want to engage these guys? That's the question. If I do, then this stuff is going to charge me. And that means my warlord is probably going to die. I don't want that necessarily. We can also take him over here and try to turbo boost him onto the objective in case these guys fail. Do we have any other options here? What do we need? Objective 6 and 2. Objective 2 is secured. Okay, so this is the only other objective we have, and the next one is just kill something. And he only has a melter bomb, so he's not really doing anything. I could also try to run him into the Destroyer Lord, because the Necrons are not that good in close combat, but he has a war size, so he can kill the Centurions very easily. So if that Storm Shield doesn't make it, he can't really hurt him either. So I don't think that's a very good plan. I think I'll go for the insurance and move him over here, so he can secure that objective with the others, just in case something goes really, really wrong. And he's also nearby to attack these guys in case he has to. Alright, so then Centurions have to be in rapid fire range, which they are, with the bolt systems. These guys here also want to be in rapid fire range, but not as close. So we're gonna move those back 6 inches. Try to hold the line a little bit longer, because that's what Imperial fists do. And what do we do with the bikes? Bikes are pretty good at peeling off these guys here. Or we can try to target these guys and take them off the objective for this turn. I'm not sure about that one. Depends what happens here with the destroyer. I think we'll move over the wall disregardless. Okay, so one dangerous. Fade one. 1, 2, 3. This one. Good thing they have 2 wounds, otherwise I would have lost a bike, which I don't like. And then we move those over here. So we can have a peek at these guys here and try to take them out, because they don't have any armor saves against this. And they are also closer to the most of the Necrons than the Destroyer Lord. I guess we can do it. These guys here have the same issue as the others. They want to move back and fan out a little bit so the Destructor Lord can't get to the tacticals. And I guess these tacticals here can move into range. Okay. And these guys will hold still, obviously. And the plasma cannons will also hold still this turn. Unless they can't see anything. Let's see. Those can see, can see, can see, can see. No, everybody can see. So no moving. And the rest already deep striked. Alright, so let's go to the shooting and so on. Let's go with the Assault Marines first. So running the Assault Marines, 2 inches, trying to spread a little bit. And still stay behind those walls so the destroyers can't eat us as easily. And then we're gonna drop some flamer templates, so we know for sure what will happen over here. Okay, so flamer number 1 is gonna get 5, I'd say. Maybe 6. No, 5 is the best I can do. And then the other one can do 7 maybe? Yeah, 7. So 12 hits total. Let's get some dice in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Wounding them on force. It looks like 4 wounds, not that good. 4 plus saves. Wow, okay. Talking about not that good. And reanimation protocols. And that's 2 guys dead. Blub blub, which is exactly enough for that objective. And they got that one. Alright, so this guy doesn't have to shoot into those. That's good. Now next we're gonna fire the plasma cans. Actually, I could fire the Centurions first. Depends. Okay, let's fire the Centurions first. We need to kill this guy. If we kill that guy, they won't have cover or anything. So we're gonna open fire with the Centurions first. Gonna use our heavy bolters. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked, and those are cocked anyway. It's all hits. And wounding on 3s. That's not so good. He's gonna look out, sir. Takes this one himself. Makes it. The other guys take their night fighting and reanimation protocols. Yeah, they killed one. Blup. And next is the Hurricane bolt systems. They have 3 shots each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they are in rapid firing range. Hitting on 3s. And rerolling thanks to superior bolter drill. Oh, didn't do anything, but they already rolled above average before. Wounding on force, that is not really good. And he's gonna look outside those. 1 wound on himself, which he takes, and then 4 ups on everybody else. And reanimation protocols. Nothing dies. Necrons galore. Alright, so no damage dealt. Same from the other side here. The Destroyer Lord is still the closest, unfortunately. So heavy bolters, hitting on 3s, missing pretty badly. That's better. And wounding on 3s. It's also pretty good. Look out, sir. Failed 2 of them. 3 up on the Destructor Lord. He's fine. And 6 ups on the Warriors. And Phenopain, Reanimation Protocol. 1 dead. Bloop. And bolt systems. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Times 2. And hitting on 3s. Rerolling everything thanks to Imperial Fist Bolter Drill. One was cocked anyway. Okay. And wounding on force. They're not really good with the wounding today. Like, holy moly. 4 wounds out of all of that. Look out. All made them. And 4 ups. And 4 ups. One of them dies. This one. Alright. Slowly, very slowly peeling off models. I guess we gotta fire with the plasma can next. He still has too much to look out to, but I mean, shit happens, right? Okay, so plasma cans have to get hot. No gets on. And the first one is going to be Ballistic Skill 5. The best we can hit is probably here. Right there. So the first one with the Signum goes over 2 inches. And hits 4 of them. Second one is a direct hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 13. 22. And that one's get us here. It's 25, I'd say. Alright, so that was really, really good hitting there. Unless I just... Sounds a little bit high, to be honest, but I think we just rolled very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'd say it's 9. Should be right. Alright, so 25. That's gonna be a lot of saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wounding on 2s, because it's plasma. That's a lot of ones, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missed. Okay, so we still have 20, though. Let's see how is the cover and everything. This guy can't actually see much. Yeah, but he could see over here. Okay, so he's fine. Um, I'd still say that's a 4-up cover, though, because of the ruin. Yeah, I'd say it's 4-up. Alright, so 3-ups with the night fighting, obviously. Do we take them? I think we take 2 at a time on the Lord. Because why not? Reanimations. He's fine. 3-up. Reanimation. Fine. 3-up. Reanimation. 1 wound. 3-up. Reanimation. Fine. 3-up. Reanimation. Fine. 3-up. Fine. 3-up. Not fine. Reanimation. Fine. I'm gonna look outside the rest. I don't want to take more than that. Alright, so I have to do 1 more on the Destructor Lord. He's fine, and then everybody else can take their cover. Ooh, they fit a lot. 5 and reanimations. And that's 3 guys dead. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And that looks like they're still pretty much alive. Okay, what else do we have? I guess tacticals next, before they get out of rapid fire range. Oh yeah, this guy takes a wound, sorry. Because he actually failed 1, wow. Uh, let's see what's the rapid fire range here. All out, okay. So we can fire these 2 squads at the same time, because honestly, I don't think they can deal any damage whatsoever. So we have 4, 8 shots with the bolt guns. Oh, missing a lot, but re-rolling thanks to our stun hammer and wounding on force. That's pretty good wounding this time. I guess we can look outside those, because why would he take those? I don't know. Okay. Makes it, and then fops. Ooh, that was a bad roll. And Phenopain. Reanimation? Yeah, there we go. Nothing happens. Heavy bolters on both of these. Missing terribly again, but re-rolling. Much better. Wounding on 3s. Ah, terrible. 1 wound, he's gonna take it himself. Reanimation. Hey, we did a wound to him. Okay, so Destroyer Lord actually takes 1 to the face. But that's all of this shooting pretty much done, so I'm not sure if that's much of a success. These three guys here into the warriors, they all have heavy bolters, obviously. Hitting on threes, re-rolling, and wounding on threes, not re-rolling. Alright, so now we have to measure how many are closer. So this guy is away 7.2, 8.5. So this guy, and then we can take it on him. So we have two guys here with 6 up night fighting. Actually, no. Wait a second. Oh, I did something terrible here. They have night vision, right? Ah, damn it. Okay. So night vision, that means we only get reanimations. That's 2 dead. And then, I guess, does he want to take it? One at a time. Uh-oh. Dude, don't die here. Ah, damn it. He's dead. I shouldn't have taken those on him, though. That's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, and him. Feels bad, man. But still, I mean, they are tanking like a boatload of damage here. Uh, these guys are barely in range now. But they're not in range of the destroyers much either. I'd say take the destroyers, I'd say. So we have 4 shots into the destroyers. Wounding on 5s. Oh, not bad, not bad. Oh, come on. They killed 1 destroyer? Oh, no, right. Wait a second. Reanimation protocols. No, they didn't kill anything. I was gonna say, Necrons dying is that's weird. Okay, heavy bolter. All hits. 2 wounds. 3 up. There we go. That's how you make it. Alright, so done shooting. I guess we can. Oh, I forgot my bolt pistols over here. Wait a second. Let's go back here a second. I got too excited that I killed so many. Crack grenade. Hits. Wounds. And saved. Bolt pistols. Re-rolling, because they're bolt pistols. Winning on 4s. And 4 up. Fine. Alright. So, actually, I didn't forget. Nothing happened at all. Alright. Do we attack these guys? I'm still not sure if the captain should suicide like that. Okay, let's do it. Hitting on 2s, winning on 5s. 1 wound. 1 save. Okay, no damage dealt. And I guess we can open fire with the Devastators next. Yeah. Alright, so Centurions first into these guys here. We have the same weapon systems as before. So let's start with the heavy bolters. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling, and wounding on 4. So 3 wounds here, 3 up. Oh, that's pretty bad. And 4 up. Actually, no, 4 up. Oh, are we? Where's... So those is too far away. So that's 2 wounds. Yep, 2 wounds is 1 dead. And then we have the Hurricane bolt systems. Hitting on 3s. And re-rolling all misses thanks to our improved chapter tactics pretty much. And wounding on 5s. That is 2 wounds. Okay. Not really good with the wounding again. It's a wound though. It's a reanimation on a 5 up. Alright. So no reanimation. And I guess we fire the last squad here. So we have 12 more heavy bolter shots from the Devastator squad. Re-rolling. And wounding on force, because it's strength 5. That's better. Nice. So good wounding here. Might deal some good damage. Doesn't look like it yet. 1 wound, okay. This guy takes a wound. And then we have the same amount of Dakar into the Necrons. No, we're out of range. Okay. Then let's check line of sight. Can we see any destroyers? We can see one, two, three, four. Yep, we can all see them. All right. So we have, where is it? 3 shots each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on threes. Re-rolling. Nice. Winning on fours. Also pretty good. Yeah. Oh, actually, that one was cocked. Should have re-rolled that. There we go. It's a wound. These are not cocked. And 3 ups. Pretty average. Let's see the 5 ups. Nope, that's not average. And that's 1 squad dead. Alright. So that worked out pretty nicely. Killed 1 destroyer unit with all of the heavy fire. And we also killed the Destructor Lord. So that's 2 for our 1 objective. But we did not kill 3 units. How much did these guys lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, they lost enough. Okay, so leadership check. They're fine. And these guys don't care. I think that's all there. Oh no, wait a second. I have the melter here. Okay, okay. So I have 1 drop pod and 1 melter shot here. So 4 melter guns into the destroyers. Ew, that's 2 misses already. That's not good. Winning on 2s. With reanimation, that's 1 wound. Wait a second. Nope, there should be. Oh no, it's Orican. Nope, that was Orican, so he takes a wound because it's only a 5 up, not a 4 up. I should have taken Illuminators nearby here, but maybe even in this squad here because they went so aggressive there. I don't know. Alright, so we have 1 Stormbolter into him. Misses because it doesn't have chapter text, can't reroll, and that is it. Yeah, so no more leadership tests required. Alright, so we did score objective 2 and objective 6. There's objective 6, there's objective 2, and we also scored no prisoners with 1 point because we killed 1 unit. That's 3 points to Imperial Fists. Okay, so turn to Necrons. We draw 3 more objectives because they did score 2 of them and discarded 1 of them. Okay, no prisoners. So the same objective. We have to kill as much as we can. Secure objective 3 and secure objective 5. Okay. 5 is right here. And 3 is back here. So that one is not really doable. But this one is for sure doable because the captain went too far. Should have probably taken him a little bit closer. But we can move up here and take that out. Might actually use these guys here instead. And we'll see about that. Okay, whatever. We need a new water trade for him. So what do we have? Secure this one and no prisoners. Not sure what he can do. Let's see the traits here. The thing is, what I can do is try to kill him. If I get over here and I get in with all of these guys here, I should be able to take out the captain. And then I can switch to the water trade that allows me to gain +1 victory point for each enemy character that was slain by him. But I mean, that's pretty unlikely because it has to be me. Because it has to be slain by my warlord in a challenge, so that's pretty hard to do. I could also give these guys Furious Charge for this job, which is obviously pretty good. Strategic is not really... Don't have to do that this turn. Stealth Ruins would be nice, but not this turn. What tacticals can we do? We can discard 2 tactical objectives. Don't need that because I already said I only need to do 1. And secure number X. I mean, if we get that one with these guys here, which is like 6 inches with move through cover, and then like 5 with the run, then we could get more points for that. Would get an additional one because of a warlord, but that's pretty unlikely, right? We don't necessarily make that with our warlord. Hmm. It's really hard to use this warlord trait, to be honest. I think I'm going to take Furious Charge, to be honest. So we're going to go for personal trait, Furious Charge, so we can take that guy down easily. Okay. So let's start with these guys right away. So move through cover, because we have the cord with us. Moving 6 inches. 6 inches this way. Then we can try to charge him and then consolidate onto the objective. That's the plan. And then Nemesis Sandrak obviously also has to move, please. There we go. These guys here will still move up, I guess. They don't really have much of a choice, right? Might as well move. I guess we move up, yeah. So 6 inches to here. I think the best they can do is just charge the Centurions, because the Centurions did one mistake. They're sitting on an objective, but they don't have objective secure. So if I send my guys in here as well, we're contesting that, and if the Marines die, we even score that one. So we can just try to get into close combat with these guys, and then they are pretty screwed. So we're gonna try to do that. And then the blob actually does exactly what they're supposed to do. They're scoring objectives, right? Alright. These guys here will advance because we still need more firepower on this flank. And I want to take out these Marines here so I can take that objective. And then these guys here will turn around and deal with those pesky multi-melters back there. Because they don't want to die. These guys here have something to do at least, so they can move up. 6 inches, or 4 inches. Move all of those up. Move up, move up, move up. Like so. And because we need no prisoners, we can take out this unit, maybe this unit, maybe this unit. And I think that's all I can really send, right? I could try to send Nemesis Sandrak with this squad here, because he could just walk over here, and then we charge him in and take these guys out, but he's not really a close combat hero, so I'm not sure how smart that would be. Alright, I already need to roll for Orican the Diviner, obviously. Didn't happen. We need to roll below turn number, and that's it's turn 2 now. So he did not go Super Saiyan or anything. It's just normal. And yeah, I don't know about that. But at least we get the captain, right? The captain gives me borrowed kill too, so that's a good one. Alright, so that's it. We have some shots from our dear destroyers here. So destroyers hitting on 3s and re-rolling once because of a preferred enemy. And wounding on 3s. Oh my goodness. But re-rolling everything, thankfully. That's better. So that's 5 wounds, and that's all of them dead. That is 1 kill point right there. Oh yeah, these guys should have taken a test though. I forgot because they got shot at, but it doesn't matter. They're leadership 10, so it's very unlikely that this is going to do something against the destroyers. So that's one squad destroyed. Next, I'm going to fire my Staff of Light at the captain. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. That's a cocked one. And he has a Storm Shield. Oh, he takes 1. Nice. That's a good one, because we really want to take him out, as he's worth a lot of points to me. The question is, do I kill these guys with shooting, or do I kill them with charging? I guess I kill them with shooting, right? So I don't lose my guys. Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, so let's shoot them down. Richard, this is called Tabletop Simulator, in case you're wondering. Alright, 10, 20 minus 2, because I already lost 2 guys, and then times 2 because rapid fire, and then hitting on 2s. Pretty bad roll, because we really have a lot of 1s. Doesn't matter in the end, though, because we have a lot of shots, and that might actually just be enough. Not if we wound bad too. That looks pretty bad to me. Yep. Alright, guys. Do your best. 1, 2, 3 Assault Marines killed. 1, 2, and 3. And then we also have Nemozaurus with his lance. Pew. And no. Nothing. Alright, so they survived. That's really, really bad. I can't charge them because I'm not relentless due to not being Decurion. So that's actually a really big disadvantage there. They roll really crappy though. It's like 20 warriors and can't do it. I don't know. Seems to be pretty crappy rolling. Alright, so these guys here, I'm gonna shoot into the tacticals because the tacticals need to die due to object secure. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and wounding on 3s, rerolling everything. That's 4 wounds. Cover save from the trees and intervening models, so 5 ups. 3 of them die. Okay, that's pretty good. 1, 2, and 3. So 2 guys left. And they're still holding that objective, but I mean, they're pretty much dead next turn. The rest is as is. I should have split off one guy here just in case I need to charge here. Because I don't need the Lord to help them out. So the Lord could have killed these guys here. That was my mistake. I should have sent the Lord over here. Alright. These guys cannot rapid fire exactly for the same reason. If they rapid fire, they cannot charge. So the Cryptek is going to be the only one shooting his Staff of Light. So 1 wound on the Centurions, and they make their armor saves because it's only AP3. Alright, that is it. So, taking some leadership tests here. Whoa, not that guy though. Leadership test here. They pass. Leadership test dead here. They don't pass. How far do they go? 5 inches. That's good because that will make them snapfire and will also take them away from the objective a little bit. And I guess that is all I can do. Yeah. Alright. Declaring some charges here, so the captain is gonna get charged, so he's gonna overwatch. One hit. And no wound. Alright, charging. Heh, double ones. Okay. Do we have anything to help that? I don't think so. I don't have fleet or anything, and certainly not within 2 inches range. Let me remember. No, don't have anything to do that. Could have gotten anything with water trade. That's interesting, actually. I don't think so. I think there is no charging water trade. Nah. Feeds Batman. Okay, that's a lot of points lost then because we needed that one, we wanted this one for the kill, and so on. Alright. Then over here, we're also going to charge here. The Centurions will overwatch. Let's do the heavy bolters first. I also need to check if they can reroll in all phases or just in the shooting phase. I'm not actually sure about that one. I think they should be able to shoot always. Let's see. Superior voltage roll. Where is it? It just says reroll all fail to hit rolls. Yep. So that applies in every phase then. So 0 hits, but we can reroll. 1 hit, winning on a 3 with a reanimation protocol, which he makes. And then we have rapid firing hurricane bolters. That's 4 hits. And rerolling. 7 hits. Wounding on force. Pretty good wounding. And 4 ups. 3 failed. Reanimation protocols. 2 failed, so 2 guys die. Blam blam. And charge distance. Come on, guys. Oh, it's another double one. Seriously? Uh, okay. Yeah, I needed 5 inches. They don't have fleet either, so they can't charge. And I guess these guys cannot charge because they rapid fired. Oh, that's all. Oh, that's really crappy. That's gonna hurt me very, very badly because they are too far up front to be standing around in the out in the open. All right. So let's see what objectives I got. 3, 5, and no prisoners. So I did not get 5. Number 3 is over here, so I can't get that one. But I did get no prisoners because I killed a unit of Devastators. And I think that's all. So it's just 1 point. Alright, so 1 point for the Necrons. And they will discard Secure Objective 3 because that's a really hard one to do. And then we go to turn 2, Imperial Fists. Alright. Let's put those dice away real quick. What do we get? Scour the Skies is impossible. Redraw that. 4, 6 in Ascendancy. 4 is here, so not doable. 6 is here. Very, very hard to do because there's only 2 guys here. And Ascendancy, any 3 objectives markers. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Ascendancy is assured as long as we suicide something here to hold it because these guys are coming for us. I mean, number 4 we can get if the captain can get around here. Let's see. 12 inches. And then back here. But we still have that secured with these guys here. I can't kill these guys here reliably. Because I have nothing in their back. So that one is not possible. This one might be possible if we can rapid fire enough out of range. But there's 1, 2, 3, 3 guys in range of that. We don't have any flamers. I don't know. It's not really looking too hot for them. What do we do with the captain? I think the captain is just gonna move back 12 inches to here. He doesn't want to die, and I rather kill these bikes than him. And then the bikes will stay here. Actually, I'm gonna move these bikes right here. Because they will get charged and die disregardless. So I might as well block these guys off moving very far. Like so. I think that's a better tactic. And then Centurions, they don't want to get into rapid fire range because they can't damage this quad anyway. They have too much resistance. All right, these guys will hold still. These guys here are regrouping and moving back onto the objective. Obviously, we have to stay within currency, like so. And then the rest can fire as usual. This is really bad because I already blocked up again because of the charge, but now the plasma cannon gets some more hits. Alright, so these guys here have just one thing to do this turn. They will move up and try to take out those destroyers, because the destroyers will kill them next turn if they don't. Okay, no dangerous terrain, and what do we do with these guys? I think I'm just gonna hop them behind the wall. Because they can't really do nothing this turn, but they can try to secure or contest objectives later, later in the game, pretty much. So I guess, I mean, they don't have objectives secure, but still, this one is just not possible. I don't think we can make it. Maybe we can. Okay, let's do it like this. I'm gonna keep them on an objective, just in case the Centurions do it, because the Centurions don't have anything else to do. But I will move them to the side, so these heavy bolters have free line of sight to the warriors. They will get 5 up cover anyway, so we're just gonna hug cover here and stay nearby. Alright, Centurions will advance a little bit. As said, I want to secure that objective, so these guys here have to make sure nobody is getting on it, so they have to be a little bit further up front. And these guys here can stay where they are. They will kill that unit this turn, probably. Alright, that's all. So let's open fire. First of all, I'm going to take these bikes here and fire into the destroyers, because there's no pointing at shooting anything else. Especially not this squad. It's all hits and wounding on force. That's pretty crappy. 2 wounds. Alright, 3 up saves on the destroyers. Oh, that was a bad one. And also reanimations, obviously. Alright, so they killed 1. Really nice. These guys here are gonna fire into the Necro Warriors. So we have Hurricane Bolters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 shots. Because it's 3 per Hurricane. Wounding on force. 4 of them. Oh, that's pretty crappy rolling. And then also reanimation. 1 warrior dies. Okay. I guess this one. And then we also have heavy bolters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we weren't even in range. Whoops, sorry. The hurricanes were not in range. So let's regain that warrior. Hitting on 3s, rerolling with the heavies. And wounding on 3s. And they should have cover here. Yeah, there's cover. So let's do 3 at a time, because then they are out of the ruin. So fail those and reanimation. Okay, so 1 dies. 2 at a time. Failed and reanimation. Cover save. Fine. Okay, so killed 1 guy in the end. That guy. Yeah. Alright, and the captain is in range, just barely. So 1 shot with his bolt gun. No. Nothing. Alright. What else? Heavy bolters, yeah, right. Heavy bolters from here. And I guess these heavy bolters, they can't really see much, no matter what. Let's say 2 can see. More, I don't think more can see. So 6 shots from the heavy bolters into these guys, re-rolling and wounding on 3s. Oh, it's 5 wounds. 2 saves failed and reanimation. Alright, so 2 more dead. 1, 2. And we also have these guys here into them as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 times. Actually, we can use the Signum here. I completely forgot about that one. Because that guy is not in range anyway. Alright, so 1 miss here. Still missed. And wounding on 3s. Oh, not bad. And that is a bunch of failed saves. No ruin save here, it's just trees. And wow, 1 single guy dies. Massive reanimation protocol. Alright. Done, done, done. So I guess we can fire with these guys next. Yeah, why not? So these guys into the warriors over here, 3 hits and 2 wounds. Ruin save and reanimation. Nope, nothing. Then we have 4 bolters. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. 4 up and reanimation. Blam. And I guess these guys can also fire, right? I don't know. Let's see what the plasma cans can see. They can see a lot, but they're not really in range of anything. So I'm gonna fire those into the destroyers first, see how much damage I can do. One of them gets hot, one of them is dead, and it's the first one. Blam. So we only have 3 templates. First one is gonna be the one with the Signum, as always. So this is skill 5. That's off. Next one. That's a hit, there's 2 hits. And that one is also off. So 2 hits, wounding on 2s with cover and reanimation. Okay, so this guy takes a wound. And then the Centurions can start firing into the Necron warriors. I'm gonna start with these Centurions, because these might be able to kill these guys, just in case I do too well. 9 shots with the heavy bolters. Actually, I should have started with the Hurricane. Let's redo that. So we have 3, 6, 9, 18 shots with the Hurricanes. There we go. The Hurricanes are rapid fire, so you should always fire those first, obviously. Okay, so wounding on force. That's a cocked one. It's also a cocked one. That's not that good. 4 ups. And 4 ups. No damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 with the hurricanes. Not hurricanes, the heavy bolters. My goodness. Repeating stuff does not help remembering stuff. That's a good amount of wounds. And that's only reanimation. 4 die. 1. Oh, actually, I need to look out, sir. Look out, sir. 2, 3, and 1 wound on the Cryptek. Poor Cryptek. Alright. I guess I can fire the rest first. So let's fire the rest first. Heavy bolter, snap firing. Nice. That's some solid snap firing right there. So 2 wounds, intervening models and reanimation. No. Then the bolt gun. 1 wound. Reanimation. Nope. I guess we fire these guys first, see how much damage we can do. I don't really want to invest the Centurions into these guys as well, but then again, I can't let them charge either, so yeah. I'm gonna fire these guys first and see if I can deal some damage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with bolt guns. Missing horribly, but good thing we can reroll. 1 wound, 1 save failed, and reanimation failed, so 1 dead. And then the heavy bolter is 1 more wound, cover save, it's cocked 1, and reanimation. Okay, so 1 guy is dead. Bloop. So there's 3 guys left in a cryptek, so I think I can leave them alone now. Or do I have objective to kill guys? I don't think so. No, I have ascendancy, so it doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna keep them alive. I want to kill these destroyers. They are much more dangerous. So 2 hurricanes are in a rapid fire. So we have 3, 3, 6, 9, and then 2 times 3, and hitting on 3s. That was a cocked one, so I can reroll. And wounding on 5s, because the toughness 5. That is 5 so far. So 5 wounds on them. Ooh, that's some bad armor saves there. 3 up armor saves, bunch failed. Oh, that's 3 wounds on them. That's exactly why I wanted to fire at those with the Centurions, because at some point they will bleed. Alright. Oh wait, did I delete something here? I can't remember, I don't think so. Yeah, I deleted a bike, okay. I deleted the bike that took a wound. My mistake, sorry. Alright. 369, that's the heavy shots. Twin linked. Wounding on 4s. And 3 ups. Reanimation. Okay, nothing. Over here we have no flamer that maybe 1 flamer can shoot. So 1 flamer. Crack and bolt pistols. Rerolling 5s. 3 up. Reanimation. No. Stormbolter. No. That is all I can do, I think. We have 1 crack grenade from here. Hits, wounds, cover save, bolt pistol, misses, bolter drill, hits, wounds, armor save failed, reanimation made. Alright, so no more damage dealt there. That's all. Okay, leadership test on these guys. They're cool. And leadership test on these guys. They're also fine. And then leadership test on that lonely guy. It's also fine. And I guess that's all. Yep. Alright, so assaulting. Gonna assault the destroyer unit. And they will overwatch. 2 hits. Rerolling. No. I'm a little bit confused there. I shouldn't have taken so long. So it's 2 guys dead. Unless they have cover. No, not really. And then distance 7 might not be enough. They need a Yeah, they need more than that because they can't use their jump packs, so they don't have move through cover, so they get -2 to the charge distance, and that they can't make it there. Um, no, that's too far. Yep, they need more than that. Okay. What else do we need? Mm, no charging here to do. No charging here to do, and we're not charging here for sure. All right. Scoring objectives. We have Ascendancy, because we scored this one, this one, this one, for 2 points. And we did not score objective 6, and we did not score objective 4, because these guys are too close. Alright, so we're going to discard objective 4. So that's 2 points to the Imperial Fist, so it's 5 to 4 points at the beginning of turn 3. So pretty close actually. But the Necrons did a lot of bad charges there. If they would have gotten the charges off, they would have won the objective game pretty damn hard. But since they failed those with the double ones twice, they are stuck out there. Okay. Hold the line behind enemy lines and objective 5. That's pretty bad, because hold the line, I don't have enough units. There's also some assault marines there, so not really something I like. 3 of my scoring units, yeah, I mean, I don't really have enough units to do that. And then behind enemy lines, within 12 inches of your opponent's table edge. Can't do that, because I'm too far away. And since we have these objectives, and we can score objective 5, I'll switch my Warlord trait to I can discard 2 tactical objectives each turn, so I will discard both of these at the end of the turn, and objective 5 is going to stay in my hand, because I will secure that for sure. Alright. So let us move. These guys here should probably deal with these guys. Although I'm not sure about that one. That one here is gonna hop forward again. And he's gonna try to gun down those last 2 here. So he can finish them off. These guys here will advance again. So we have more guys on the objective. As always. Cryptek not so far, please. And then these guys here are hanging in the trees again. Like so. Lord is going around, so we can secure that objective for sure. Then everybody else is already piling around pretty much, so we can just engage them full force. And then Zandrak also has to be out there. Also have to roll for Orican. See if the stars are finally right. Alright, are these stars right? We need to roll a 2 or a 1. The stars are not right yet. Okay, what do we do with those destroyers? I mean, I want to kill these guys, but on the other hand, I don't have to necessarily. So we have 30 range pretty much. We can't reach anything interesting else though, unless we want to reach these guys here. But then that's a 10-inch charge, so we can't really do that. And I don't think there's anything else to do. We need that objective, might need that objective, and these guys need to die. So I guess we're going this way. Yeah, one of them is gonna get cover. I can't change that fact. So I'm gonna shoot them and see what I can do. This guy's already moved, and this guy's already moved, and then these guys here. Uh, yeah, we're gonna go for it still. I mean, Centurions cannot overwatch, so we have to keep on trying. We're probably gonna get punched in the face, but you never know. We might lock them up for a turn or two. And they did kill a lot of my destroyers, so that's a bad thing, but we have to still make sure that we use that to our advantage and kill them with the cryptek, I guess. Okay, so two shots with my guy into them. That's one hit, one wound. One wound, but the tree was in the way, so he gets his cover save. And these guys cannot fire apart from the cryptek. So cryptek hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, nothing. These two guys into the Assault Marines. Come on, guys. Rerolling. Wounding on 3s. And one cover save. He's fine. Alright, so they're both dead, but this guy is still alive. Probably has to charge that one. These guys here will just rapid fire into these, because I don't trust their charge distances still. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. 14 rapid fire. Hitting on 2s. Dude, these guys cannot do anything. Holy smokes. They got like 9 ones or something. And this is a cocked one. Alright. Come on, guys. Give me some... Ah. I don't know. I think that unit is cursed. Look at that. It's not the damage output of 14 warriors. Like, honestly. Okay, there we go. At least they killed the both. But still, that was pretty crappy rolling. And these guys will just charge in the next turn because they can't kill me really. Yeah. Alright, so charging the bikes. The bikes can overwatch, but there's no point because Zandrak and the Lord are close enough. One hit. 2 hits. No wounds. Okay, that was pretty simple, I guess. Charge distance. That's nothing. 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches is fine with me. So closest, and then everybody else can essentially do whatever they want. I'm gonna keep the Lord around here, and Zandrak around here, and then the rest can pretty much do what they like. As long as we get into base contact, and everybody that can get into base contact is in base contact. Like so, and then these guys can pile in wherever they want to. As long as they're in base contact with somebody who is in base contact. Alright, then over here, we're in. Actually, they killed 2 guys in Overwatch. I shouldn't have Overwatch last time. Whoops. Let's give them 2 guys back. I was like, wait a second, why didn't I kill 2 guys last time in Overwatch? I think so. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I'm cheating here, I have no idea, but I think I killed 2 of them. Alright, and then over here we'll also attack. Alright, attack distance 3 inches. That's not enough. Okay, so these guys can't make it. Oh yeah, right, we have to take a leadership test though on that lonely guy. No, he's good. And this guy doesn't lose anything. These guys didn't lose anything. These guys are dead. Yeah, okay. That's all we have to do. Okay. I guess we fight over here. Let's start with the bikes, because the bikes are faster than anything I have, I think. The Nemesis Zadrak might be faster than the other guys, but I mean, he's a Necron after all. Yeah, he's initiative 2. Screw being fast. So we have 2 attacks each from the bikes, because they have 2 guys on each. Hitting on force and wounding on force. 2 up safe. Fine. Let's do Orican first, because he has AP2. 3 hits. And 2 wounds, so that's 2 guys dead. So 1 and 2. Next I'm going to do the Lord. I'm not sure how much attacks the Lord has. I think he has 2. Yeah. So 3 on the charge. Hitting on 3s. Nothing. And Nemesis Zandrak has 3 attacks base, so 4 on the charge. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. With 3 up armor. That's another wound. It's another death. And then we have all the Necrons. It's basically all they go into the same time, so I can attack with everything. So that's a full squad. So we have 5. 1, 2, 20, 40 attacks on the charge. Alright, hitting on force. Because our Purifier is not that good in charge distances. It doesn't look very good. Let's hope we wound properly. Because I don't want to get stuck on one freaking bike. That does look very bad. 5 wounds. Okay, never mind. It's enough. It's exactly enough to kill them. And then we charge... consolidate, sorry. Consolidate. 5 inches to here. 5 inches to there. And then these guys will pretty much go in between. Hurricane into the middle. So we can cover as much ground as we can. And here we go. Alright, then over here, the Centurions get to go first. Centurions have, I believe, 2 attacks. Or maybe even only 1 attack, because Centurions sometimes are really, really bad. Yeah, they have 1 attack, okay. Oh my goodness, 3 attacks. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. With 4 up armor. And reanimation. Oh, they failed 1. Splat. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 warriors hitting on force. Oh, pretty good one. But they need 5s to wound, so that one again, please. No, not really. 2 up. No. Cryptic has, I think, 1 basic attack. Or 2. Actually, 2 sounds better. Yeah, 2 on the charge. So, 2 on the charge. 2 hits. 1 wound. No. Leadership 9. They pass. So we locked in combat, pile in. Chip, chip, chip. And we stay. I'm not in range of that objective though, so that's not good. That is it. So we did score objective number 6. Wait a second. Number 5. There we go. So did secure objective number 5 and discard the other 2 with my Warlord trait. Alright, so turn 3 Imperial Fists. Let's see what we get. We still have objective 6 and we draw 2 more. Hungry for Glory is possible if I send in one of my sergeants into this squad. And other than that, it's pretty hard. So basically suicide a guy. And then 1 and 6. 6 is here. that's not doable anymore. And one is here. So we hold that one with this Marine because these guys can't contest it. They're not close enough. Like almost there, but not close enough. Actually, did I engage him? This is really maybe I did not pay attention, so you might guys see an error here. If that guy piled in here, and this guy was not in base contact, I could have tried to pile into him. So I might have been able to score that one. Yeah, whatever. So they can score objective one, and they can score if they suicide. Alright, this guy here is gonna stay hidden because he doesn't want to get die. And these guys are only moving 6, so he might able to escape. These guys will hold still. And the question is, do we kill my captain? Do we kill a Centurion squad, maybe? Or can they even lock them in close combat? I think I can lock them in close combat. I'll go for it. So these guys here are the ones with objective secure. So we move over here as close as we can. And then we will try to uh, lock these guys up in close combat because they might win me the game. The captain is gonna head back over here because he doesn't want to die, and he can't help them. I mean, I can try to move these guys in here and kill those because I can't kill this stuff with normal fire. I need plasma cannon shots for that. So talking about plasma cannons, we can see the Nemesaur, and the other guy can't see anything. Not even the warrior. So we have 2 plasma cannon shots I could fire here. These guys are all have vision. They don't have to move. All right. So shooting, drop pot, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 armor save failed, 1 reanimation failed. Takes 1 wound off him. He's gonna stay where he is because he's fine. Not gonna bother shooting anything here but the plasma cannons. So we have 2 plasma cannons that can see. Both get hot and both are fine. Okay, so no damage from the plasma. And oh yeah, I wanted to try to charge here, right? Yes. So I will move these guys up and then charge here. Just for lol. Not bother shooting here because there's the Lord and yeah, can't tank. But these guys are shooting into the warriors again, as always. Yeah, these guys are in range now as well. So let's start with these here before they get out of range. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These here are the 2 ups. So rerolling this one. And then wounding on 3s. Alright, cover saves. No, not bad. And then reanimation. 2 guys die. Blam and blam. Then from here into there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the better one. And wounding on 3s. With rune saves and reanimation. 2 guys die. 1 and 2. Still on the objectives though. Doesn't matter. I mean, they can't contest that pretty much. And the captain is out of range. All right. I guess that's it. We're gonna charge here and here. So charging here means Overwatch. We have a Staff of Light, 1 hit, no wounds. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 Nothing here, and the rest is warriors. So warriors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. 20. 40 Overwatch and hitting on sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a cocked one. And wounding on fives. 2 wounds, 2 up saves. They're fine. Distance 9 inches. Dunk, dunk, and dunk. So best case scenario, we lock them up and we hold that objective. Worst case scenario, I die and I still do my challenge and get my objective. So win-win. All right. Then over here, we charge there. Yeah, got it. In here, and even there in here. All right, so they might be able to punch them out of there. Oh yeah, right. We can also change the crypt deck. I forgot about that one. That's it. All right, let's start over here. I'm gonna issue change to the crypt deck, and the crypt deck is gonna deny because we want the reanimation. And then we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 from all the Centurions. Hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. Actually, do they have strength 5? I'm not even sure they do. Let's see that. I think the Centurions are... Okay, they have strength 5. Alright, alright. So, reanimation. Okay, they killed one guy. Then they punch back. They're gonna punch the new squad. One hit, nothing. And then the other one, nothing. Okay, so they lost by 1. Leadership down to 9. Oh, almost faded, but nothing happens. So we pie in and then it's a lock combat. Yeah, that did not go as planned, but I rolled very, very badly. Well, well, well. Okay, then over here, I'm gonna issue a challenge, or do I even? Yes. And Nemesis is obviously gonna accept. Ship over here, over here. 2 attacks from the Sarge. 1 hit, nothing, and 4 attacks from the rest. 3 hits. 3 wounds, gonna tank them all on the Lord, and he's fine. Alright. Piling in. Piling in, piling in, piling in. 3 inches, 3 inches. I'm just eyeballing it, because that should be a combat that goes pretty long. Let's start with Oregon real quick. Rerolling. Wounding on 5s, 1 wound, so it's 1 wound on this guy. This is AP2. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys into combat. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s. Oh, 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 oh. If the Centurions don't do their ungodly armor saves again, they're probably in trouble. Yep, that is this guy dead, and this one takes a wound. Then we also have the Lord. He has 2 attacks, 2 hits, wounding on 4s, 2 up armor. Okay, that did not go as planned. And Then Nemesis Andrak himself has 1 hit and nothing. Alright, so they lose combat by 4. So leadership is down to 4. Yep, we're fine. Piling in. Whoa. Does he score the objective? No, he does not. Okay. So the objective is now not contested anymore, but yeah. Alright, we're all in, and that is it. So we did score Hungry for Glory, and we did not score objective 6, but we did score objective 1 with that guy over here. So we discard this one and score these 2. Bring them up to 7, and then it's turn 4. Alright, does Orican go Super Saiyajin? He does not, because he has to roll under the turn number. And we also see how much objectives do we get, and do we want to switch our water trait. Recon is not possible. Discard that one. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. So basically we want objectives. So objective 2 is over here. That's doable, I think, because we can jump up here and then assault move. 4 is back here. That's not doable at the moment because we are a little bit far away. And 3 is here. That's not doable. So we're gonna discard this one at the end. And 2 and 4 is hard. This one here. This one here is maybe doable, and this one here is only doable if we consolidate. No. No, we can't get it this turn. That's all. Alright. Yeah, this guy here can crouch over there, but I mean, it takes too long. If we move 6 and then run, we need a 2-inch run. Okay, that sounds more like it. Alright, so these guys will move. Come on, guys. So we need a higher run move now. 5 inches. Like so. These guys are irrelevant anyway. And then these guys here will hop 6 inches. The measuring is a little bit off because of the height level. And then over here. So, can you see him? Yeah, you can see him. He is high enough. Yeah. So we can see him, and we can hop over here too. And the rest is locked at close combat, pretty much. Alright, so moving the squad. Nice, they got it. So they're moving over here in the base contact, so they have that one. Then we have 4 shots with the guys over here. And rerolling the 1 because of preferred enemy. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling. And he's fine. Alright, so he's good. And we can go to the assault phase, pretty much. Alright, so over here we're gonna start with Orican. Does he have 2 attacks or 3 attacks? I don't remember. Huh. Okay, he kills him anyway. Oh, does not. He has 2 wounds. Ah, god damn it. So we still have to keep going. 2 attacks from the Lord. 1 wound. It's fine. Nemazar. 2 hits. Oh yeah, right, the water trade. Whoops, sorry. I need to do the water trade. What helps me with winning that fight? Do I have anything that I can do? Yes, actually, I can get that victory point for each enemy character slain by a challenge. That would have been cool, but rerolling once would have been the better one, I think. Hmm. Not sure about this one. Let's redo that. Let's choose the one with rerolling once, because this is actually really important that I play this right. So let's check Oricon really quick, because I need to know what he has in his base profile. He has 2 attacks, okay. So let's do that. Alright, so 2 hits. That's 1. And then he himself hits 3 times. Wounds, nothing. And then the Lord wounds twice. He's fine. Okay, so we still have to fight with everything else. We gotta pie in anyway, right? So should have pied in at the initiative step because they are initiative 2. Like so. And then we get our attacks. Rerolling once. And that's a bunch of misses though. Not so much that I care, but still. Okay, that's a bunch of wounds then. Alright, and he's dead. Okay, so he's dead, but he wouldn't have got the point. So I guess the water trade choice was the right one. Alright, so moving. 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch back, 1 inch forward, 1 inch back. 1 inch back, 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 back. Back off, back off. Back off. Good thing the plasma cannons can't see us. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, right over here. Sorry, I have to declare a charge here. My bad. Keep forgetting stuff here. Okay, so all watching? No. Distance? 7? No, that's not enough. Or is it? No, not enough. Okay, so nothing happened there. And then over here we have Centurion's Punch. Not bad. 4 wounds. 4 hits. 4 wounds. Obviously, I'm declining the challenge again because I need to stay alive. They kill 1 guy, as always. The guys are attacking back. Both into the old squad. 1 hit. 1 wound. He's fine. Leadership 9. And we're done. Alright. Piling in. And that's it. Ongoing combat. Doesn't matter though because I have the objective. Alright. And that is the turn. So secure objective 4 and 2. We did not secure objective 2. Actually, I need to assault move here. 5 inches. Hey, wait a second. I have 1 guy here. Wait a second. I completely forgot about him because he was in the trees. My goodness. A little bit sleepy today. So he is obviously gonna fire, as always. And he wounds 1. And he wounds 2. And that's 2 dead guys because there's no cover this time. And then we assault move with him too. 7 inches. Over here. And then these guys here will move their assault moves. Over there. They don't care about it getting attacked, really. They are very tanky. Okay, so we did not score that objective because it's still contested, and objective 2 is where? Oh yeah, that's the one I didn't get, right. So, scored this one, I have to keep this one, and this one I'm going to discard because it's really hard to do. So 1 point. And it is 6 to 7 points, so they're still in the lead with the Imperial Fist, and it's their turn. So it looks like Imperial Fists are doing this. Let's see. Psychological warfare. Okay, that's not good. Big Game Hunter is not achievable. Can I discard that? Because there was no... Okay, Blood and Guts. So basically we have to kill something or make it free leadership test. And Secure Objective 3 is for free. Alright, so because I'm running out of time, I'll check if the Necrons get anything useful next turn. Let's see. Overwhelming firepower and 4. I guess they can score that, so I think I have to keep playing in terms of points here. Because this is still running wide, so they can still score. Overwhelming firepower is doable because they have firepower. And this stuff here cannot touch these guys here pretty much. Because Damasaur and the Lord have 2+ rerolling armor saves, and that does not work with reanimation. So I guess we can skip this stuff here because we don't want to. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna move these guys backwards because I don't want to die, obviously. And I would have done that either way because we're not getting that objective anytime soon. And then this guy here is gonna try to move over here and then turbo boost. Stay here hidden, just in case he needs to go to that objective. Okay, this guy here, what do we do with this guy? Because he's contesting the objective, he has to stay. Yeah, we're just gonna toss a grenade. Hits, wounds. Aha, kills one. And then the Stormbolter. One hit. Nothing. Okay, rest is out of range to do anything. The only thing we can do this turn is fire everything we have into this guy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 from the heavy bolters. And re-rolling. 4 hits, wounding on 4s. 3 up. Makes it. 1 single heavy bolter. Re-rolling. And wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 save made. 6, 7, 8 rapid fire bolt guns. Re-rolling. Wounding on 5s. 3 wounds. 1 fail. Reanimation. Failed. Reanimation. Failed. He's dead. Blam. Okay. Yeah, everything else doesn't matter because there's nothing fleeing here, anything. We just have to check if this guy falls back. He does fall back. Wow, okay. So this guy falls back. 11, 15. And it's off the board. Nice. Okay, so we did score that objective with the heroic crack grenade. That's nice. Alright, so we did do that. And Secure Objective 3 we already did. And Blood and Guts. Okay, so we have to resolve this combat again. We have piling in and so on. A declining challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks total. Hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. It doesn't happen. No, not at all. And then 2 attacks back. 1 hit. 1 wound. And we're fine. Alright, so we pie in. And we stay. So no blood and guts. I'm gonna discard that for sure. Score the 2 points. Blam blam. And then the Necrons will get secure objective 4 this turn for sure. And objective 2 is Where? Oh yeah, right here. So we can't score that anymore because we have that stupid assault marine on there. What I should have done is probably move Zerus here and put him away from the squad. Then fire the Eldritch Lance and miss. Okay, never mind. So wouldn't have made a difference, but I could have fired Illuminosaurus into him by putting him off the squad. Alright. Um, I guess this stuff is moving through cover. Okay. So I'm just looking if I can kill that guy over there. Everything should be in range. Alright, that's my warriors hitting on twos. Oh god. They cannot do one single good roll here. Come on guys, you can do better than that. You're Necrons. Alright, so that's at least a bunch of wounds. And okay, never mind. The captain just dies because he only has a 3-up armor save and he's toast. Alright, so that's overwhelming firepower and warlord kill. So that's pretty good. 1 point. And obviously these guys would also have moved 6 inches over here. And then we rapid fire the heck out of these devastators. Half of them is pretty much in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 20. Also 5. Hitting on 3s. Oh yeah, are the stars right, by the way? Hey, the stars are finally right. So Orican goes Super Saiyan. Doesn't really do much because he's in a strong unit anyway, but I still have to roll for it because he's really, really powerful now. So we can basically split him off. And we take out one single Devastator. Wow. And now we can't charge because, I can't fire, charge and rapid fire and so on. Okay, then over here we have the 6 attacks. Necrons against the Truants. That's such a boring fight. Like, holy cow. 1 wound, 1 save failed. Phenopain mate or reanimation. Challenge is declined, so only 2 attacks, and that's it. Firing in. Done. Still not contesting that. I guess that's all they can do. So they score objective 4 and overwhelming for killing the warlord, and then they discard objective 2, bring them up to 9 to 9. Alright, so what do the Imperial get here? This is important. Demolitions, no. Assassinate is not possible. 4 and 1. 4 is not possible because we don't have any bikes anymore. And 1 we score with the Centurion. Alright, so let's assume we skip everything else because there's no points involved here. We just have to check for points. This one is not relevant anymore as a point, so we don't have to roll for that. But there is one cryptic in there, so we could assassinate that. So I'm gonna do this one more time. And then I'm gonna discard that objective anyway. So 3 hits, 3 wounds, 4 up, 4 up. Oh, so 2 warriors die. The cryptic is still alive though. He has to take a leadership test, and he's fine. Yep. So he's not running away, so no assassinate. We pile in, and that's it. All right. So did score no objectives at all. Yeah, we can't kill this guy. He's too far away. Obviously, we would run these guys again, so we get away from these, from that Death Star, like so. And that's it. I'm gonna discard. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna keep Assassinate. Wow, what am I doing? We Assassinate is actually more likely than Objective 4, to be honest, because I don't have more mobility left. So we discard 4 and we keep Assassinate. Alright, so turn 5. 1, 2, 3. 6, 6 Ascendancy. Alright, where's 6? 6 is here. Alright, we got there. Now this time can we get... No, Zendrak can't get over there. Ascendancy is any 3, right? So we could put Zerus over here, hold this one, and Nemesis Zendrak is gonna switch his Warlord trait to what's it called? Master of Fate, and that means you can reroll the amount of victory points you get for these kind of objectives. All right, that's pretty cool. So that's my turn pretty much because I don't want to do anything else. I mean, I could fire, but it doesn't matter because these guys can't hurt me pretty much. And so we get 6 twice, 2 points, and Ascendancy is D3 points. 2 points, I'm going to keep that. So we have 4 points for the Necrons turn 5. 13. Alright. So, Imperial Fists. Secure Objective 1. Okay, I think that is GG. Because they can try to assassinate now again. But they can't score more than 1 point. Excuse me. Alright. So 2 wounds on the Crypt deck. 4 plus. And 4 plus. He's dead. Finally. Well, and they consolidate, I don't know what, a little bit. Doesn't matter, Centurions cannot run, so they can reach no objectives at all, and they can keep this one for all time. That's the basic thing. So 1 point scored. We're gonna clear one of these, bring it up to 10, and we have to see if the game continues. Okay, thankfully the game does not continue, and in the end the Necrons win it with 13 to 10 points. All right. And why did they win? Because I ran out of options. The problem is since I assassinated my own bikes pretty much for the point, um, I don't have any mobility left to score the objectives back there, and I mean I can't attack these guys. Just in case you're wondering, both of these guys have 2+ rerolling armor saves and reanimation, so you can't kill them with small arms fire. Plasma cannons don't do the job either because they also have 4+ invuln. And then even if that doesn't work, I can also give him it will not die and whatnot with the water trait, so it doesn't do anything. So in the end, they got choked on the long game, and this stuff here, as you can see, is very, very durable. I mean, yes, they destroyed every single destroyer, but the destroyers made really, really, really bad saves. I think they shouldn't have died in mathematically speaking. After some time, sure. After turn 5, for sure, but not earlier. And I'm not sure if the teleport forward was a good thing or a bad thing in the end. I don't think they scored any objectives that way. On the other hand, they were like a gigantic distraction carnifex that came in and pretty much made sure that this flank is fully occupied with killing them. Yeah, one of the Melta guys getting off the map is obviously horrible. Not scoring this objective here with that drop pod is also horrible. It didn't come into play at all. Was just not happy that I lost it, and it fed first blood. Because even if you kill it yourself, your opponent scores the first blood. So that's another point lost. And then also we had Linebreaker. Linebreaker would have been scored this game, which also did not happen. So there was some really, really bad RNG included here. If I had one more Melta squad, I might have been able to take out the destroyers, and then I could have chipped away at the Limosaurus squad, and that would have probably done me better. Uh, yeah. What should I have done differently? I think the teleport was questionable, as I said. Illuminous Xeris is cool now, but I think I don't need him in this list. I only have 3 groups, and I have already um, a Cryptank and a Cryptic character. So I could replace him in the formation with one normal Cryptic and be absolutely fine. Um, Now, enhancing that unit of Necron warriors did not do anything because they rolled horrible, like really, really bad. But if they would have been toughness 5, I don't know, maybe it made a difference. The Eldritch Lance did not make any difference. I don't know. He's weird. He is good, but I think he's way better if you have multiple units very close together. So if you're going for multiple mortal units for something like that, then I think he's that's the right choice. I think in this list he is over the top. Don't have to have him. Also, your blobs will be spread across the map a little bit. So, mm. um, I think for the Necrons, the MVP is obviously Zandrak because his Warlord trait stuff did kick in. You can score a bunch of stuff. I also, if it went on, every time you go in for a secure objective X, if it was secure objective 5, for example, something like that, I could have kept securing those and tried to go for the next Warlord trait that allows me to reroll the. I get one more point for him. Yeah, for example, here, if it went on to turn 6, to turn 6, I could have secured secure objective 5 with this group, and since this was my warlord and I could choose that warlord trait that turn, I would have gotten 2 more points for that one. All right, so his tactical flexibility is just awesome. I really enjoyed that one in play. If you remember it, obviously. Orican also did something, just being there was enough. And now in the last turn, I could have split him off and tried to do something else. The problem is the stars weren't right all game, so that's RNG. In the end, he's only a very costly Cryptek until that point. And but if he reaches that point, he may actually make the difference in the long run. And Necrons are all about their long run, obviously. Their firepower is laughable, but their survivability is massive. Um, I really think objective secure is mandatory here, because otherwise you can't win these games. And I don't know. It's I think I didn't play it properly, but in the end it should have been fine. Yeah, and I mean the Imperial Fist stuff is as usual. The amount of firepower you can pull out of these guys is awesome. As long as there's no cheesy thing on the board like this 2-up rerolling, you can pretty much drain anything in bolt gun shots, which I think is really cool. I love it that it works so well because the basic Marine units are really good. Centurions are very good, really durable. As you can see, they could do the front lining against 20 warriors. I mean, 20 warriors rolling really badly and them rolling armor says godly, but even if I rolled statistic-wise, I would have lost 1 Centurion per turn maybe, and they are only 55 points. They are only expensive if you upgrade them with the rocket launchers and the grav cannons. Outside of that, they are really inexpensive, and since they reroll everything, like the heavy bolters and the rapid firing hurricane bolters, they're actually really cost efficient. They deal a lot of damage, and you can take those in your detachment, which others cannot. So the Sternhammer has a big advantage there, taking multiple Devastator squads. I think also the heavy bolter guys did also perform very well, and they are pretty much cheaper in terms of firepower than the Centurions. But the Centurions can get closer since they're more tanky, and they have a higher damage output at closer range due to the hurricane bolters. So that's a fair deal, I think. It's a good thing to balance both, and then we have some objective holding units for the middle, and the rest can sit back and fire and be that nuisance that you can't really get rid of, and if you try to, you have to invest something, and so on. Now, obviously, this list is very, very susceptible to getting nuked because it's low model count, just like Deathwatch. And I mean, you could play this as Deathwatch as well. Just this kind of is much better because it's cheaper and you get to reroll anything stuff. That's pretty nice. But you know, in the end, um, I always enjoy playing Imperial Fists for some reason. They're very simplistic. They're very good, and their detachment does not have much taxes to speak of. I would always take those attack bikes because mobile executive secure is nice. Maybe not the captain, but tacticals, why not? You have to take 2 squads anyway, even a combined arms, and then you have free reign over as many devastators and centurions as you like. So that's something the cat for sure cannot do for you. Um, since you are limited to 6 slots max with Centurions and Devastators can only be 3. So that's different. Plasma cannons did work. They did not do any work after turn 1, but they did enough to make their points back in the first turn. So it's pretty much they are plasma cannon is really really good against stuff that has a deep strike and that cannot run after deep striking. So if you're playing against Grey Knights and somebody is so stupid to take a combined arms, you have to be very that Grey Knight Terminators deep striking in a packed form into plasma cannons will not survive 1 turn unless they have invisibility on them. But even then, with ITC, that doesn't even help. So I think the plasma cannons are not really something you should spam, but I think they're a really viable option to deal with that pesky elite unit or with some blob of heavy infantry. I think that's a great use of them. Just put them there, shoot them down, and then they can double that with tank hunters in the Imperial Fist army against light vehicles, which is what the other devastators cannot do. So they have a good 50-50 chance of blowing up some transports. Also AP2 and 10 points cheaper per less can, so you're saving your 40 points there. And getting a reroll in the last cannon is just, not as effective. It's not is doesn't give you much of a difference. You were gonna penetrate anyway. All right. Yeah, I think that's all there is to say. I really enjoy these tactical games because it didn't really come down to who nukes who, because you can't nuke the Necrons, but the Necrons can't nuke these either. So you're playing a little bit of objective game, you're playing a little bit of randomness, and I think all the abilities that I wanted to test did come into play, apart from Oracle maybe, but I mean, I didn't expect him to go Super Saiyan turn 2. That's just unlikely, and in the end, you can't be sad about that one. uh, but I will still keep him in there. He's mandatory in my opinion if you want to run the good old formation. And I really think you should. I only missed the Reclamation Legion in one single point this game. I'm missing my Relentless. Being able to rapid fire and then charge is awesome for Necron Warriors because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't charge. Either I'm failing my charge and I don't have fleet anything, so that's a risk, or I'm shooting, but then I can't be sure that I'm not getting shot at next turn. So that was something I did miss this game. Everything else, I don't care about the Reclamation Legion. I had everything I needed anyway. So I don't know. It's because the multiple formations of the Necrons are the rules are pretty much redundant. They get the same detachment rules as the other ones. You even get to reroll your water trades on most of them, which is really weird. But I mean, they are basically little mini detachments that you can take outside of the Decurion if you really want to. And I really highly value the obsec on my warriors or immortals for that matter. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Was a little bit more longer on a tactical game, but that's just Necrons for you. If I play Necrons, you can be sure that the battle report is always long, and but I think it's still interesting. Maybe not for some, but if you're not interested in the big killing game, it's a good game to watch it still, because it is a little bit more tactical. Right? Uh, Again, I hope you enjoyed watching. Comment below if you saw some errors or something. I'm sure there were some, because I had to go back and forth a little bit, but that's how it works. It's always issues when you're recording stuff. Your brain has less capacity than usual, and then you make these mistakes. And obviously, I don't play Necrons very often, or very, very seldom actually. And we'll see. All right, that's it for me, and happy wargaming.